Right, hey everybody, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Pete Cimetti here. We have a King Cryptid. It's not going to be a closeout to the end of the stream, or the end of the campaign, I should say. But it is a closeout show. It's the last day of the King Cryptid campaign before we go in demand. And we are super close to 775, just 3 backers away. So hopefully we can actually make it on the show today, live. Alterna Comics history. It'd be the most funded Indiegogo campaign in Alterna Comics history with 775 backers, the most backed campaign. Statistical Zero, what's up? Says this will make for some good listening while I work. Howdy, Pete and chat. Howdy. We got Yang here. Says, hey there, Stato. Looks like Pete on a roll tonight. Just finished another stream. I just came from Professor Murph. It was a good conversation about retail, distribution, comics, all that stuff. And Aloise is here too. What's up, Aloise? All right. So there are some pressing matters that aren't quite as happy as King Cryptid, most likely reaching 775 backers tonight. If you have not backed the campaign yet, we have the link pinned to the top of the chat. And hello, Mr. Keir Covington. Hope you're doing good, my friend. So there's the link pinned to the top of the chat. 5 hours left. And again, 3 backers is all it takes to make Alterna Comics history. I'll go over the campaign again. I'll go over some of the stuff that's coming next week to the in-demand portion of the campaign. Some new perks. I'll tease some of those. And then I have not shared this yet on my stream, but something very, very potentially exciting and special for this campaign. Now, let me get my ducks in a row here on what I'd like to share with you, because in my excitement to get everything put together, I did not get my images ready to go, but they'll be ready in about a second. Let's see here. So we do have a little bit of a, it's not sad news or depressing or upsetting necessarily. It's kind of frustrating. But there is a SCAMPAIGN being run right now on Kickstarter. Just gives me agita. So I'm going to talk about that. This way you guys can actually see it as well, and you won't, of course, back that SCAMPAIGN. You'll be backing the one on Indiegogo. All right, so the one that's on Kickstarter, goodness gracious here. This is insane. Okay, so on Friday, I got a tweet from somebody about this SCAMPAIGN on Kickstarter. This is currently what it looks like. All right, so there's 5 days to go on this scam fake campaign here. Cryptid number 1 to 4, and then they swiped everything from the Indiegogo campaign, and they put it right here on their Kickstarter. Mr. Po Yin Chow of Hong Kong. Whatever that means. Who knows who that is? Who knows where they are for real? Who has any idea? First created, 0 backed. That doesn't give any red flags right off the bat. That Mr. Po Yin Chow from Hong Kong, running literally right here in the tagline, says, "A cursed immortal fights supernatural immortal threats in this ongoing series," from Peter Cimetti. Not from Po Yin Chow. From Peter Cimetti. No red flags raised, apparently. Kickstarter screening process, everything, they thumbs up the whole way. Copied and pasted the entire campaign from the Indiegogo, as you can see. Even the perks. Now, the comment section is even more interesting. Goodness gracious. The comment section is full of extremely legitimate looking comments. Congratulations for this great project, from Roger Fraser. Kira Roberts writes, "Hope to receive the goods." Kathy Hanley writes, "I am with you." Anthony Burns reports, "Hope to receive the goods." Oh, that's funny, because Kira Roberts also hopes to receive the goods. And they both spell receive the same way, incorrectly, with the E before the I. Margaret Coleman says, I am with you. Well, didn't someone else say I'm with you? Kathy did, right here. Celeste Pokemon, I'm just going to say, says, full support. Katie Penica says, hi, everyone. I'm from America. Oh, thank you, Katie Penica. Krista We Hunt says, come on, guys. Look, I mean, this is insanity. Good idea, please support. Good idea, please support. I mean, Kickstarter. I reached out to Kickstarter, and they haven't said a damn thing. The only thing that Kickstarter has actually said on any level, I've reported the campaign, many other people have reported the campaign too, thank you guys for doing that. The only thing Kickstarter told me, let me get that delightful interaction up. Good grief. The only thing Kickstarter told me, it was from their director, the director of publishing and comics outreach. Now, of course, to Kickstarter's credit, they're probably having a very nice, fun time, everybody at Kickstarter, over at San Diego Comic-Con. So they can't be bothered to squash my fake campaign that's occurring on Kickstarter right now, nor can they be, bothered to squash like the 5, 6, or 7 others. There's so many of them right now. They can't be bothered to shut those down. They're having a good time at San Diego Comic-Con. So Oriana here, which to her credit, she does not have me blocked. Camilla Zhang had me blocked, and then so did the other lady, who was only there for a couple months. I don't remember her name, but she had me blocked. Those were the 2 previous directors of comics outreach. So Oriana here does not have me blocked. So again, credit where credit's due. Says, hi, thanks for bringing this to my attention. It's above my pay grade to investigate or fix, but I'll escalate this to our trust and safety team right away. So sorry this is happening. Now, this was a tweet. It says 9 hours ago, but that's a screenshot. This was a tweet from Friday. It is now Sunday night. Nothing has been done. The campaign is still up there, and the campaigns for all the other scams are up there too. So Oriana here, I found it so odd though to respond is above my pay grade. She could have just responded, I'll escalate this to our trust and safety team right away. That was kind of strange to me, that it's sort of like this passive aggressive. It's above my pay grade. Basically, it's not my job. I don't really give a shit. But I guess I'll let someone know. And they'll sort of kind of maybe do something about it whenever they, I guess, have the time. Is kind of what you should have wrote, because that's basically what this looks like. Their trust and safety team, who the hell is that? I have no idea. I don't think anyone really does. You can't find them on Twitter. So this here, it's above my pay grade to investigate or fix. I thought, wow, this is a little bit like a, take the knife and stick it and jab it a little bit. Kickstarter, you go to their page, they love to talk about, we're on the side of people and equality and diversity and equity and all the other buzzwords that hopefully lead us to buckets of money from said group of people that we are pandering to in such a fashion. They care until they don't care, because things happen to you and then they just don't give a crap. And they'll take their sweet ass time to do something about it, which is quite interesting. Now, the biggest reason why I'm not truly, and if you think I'm upset, I'm nowhere even close to being upset. I'd be way more upset if, in fact, this Kickstarter here with the $12,510 raised, I look at that and I go, wow, they are really just pumping this with fake money, essentially, backing it over and over again with bots to hopefully provide some kind of legitimacy to this campaign and get possibly some, maybe a couple $100, maybe $1,000, who knows, but get as many people as they possibly can to fund this in a real way. And then once Kickstarter goes through, because they don't collect the money until the thing is over in 5 days, once that happens, any legitimate backings that occur on a funded project, you can actually go below your goal and still get your money. So their goal being a very odd amount of 1274. Let's say that they raised $500 legitimately from a couple of people who were taken advantage of by this fake campaign, thinking it was legitimate and real, and didn't check for the telltale signs of, well, who is creating this? And have they backed before? Where are they located? Does this look on the up and up? And they think maybe legitimately it is a real campaign, or even worse, they know me or Alterna, heaven forbid. And then they thought that we were bringing this to Kickstarter too. And then they said, hey, Pete's campaign, it's on Kickstarter as well. I'll back it here. And then now, of course, when it comes time to process the funds, what would occur is nothing goes through on the credit cards that are scam cards that are either bogus in one way or the other. And then everything that isn't bogus will process and go through, and they'll collect whatever money from that. Now that is lightly thinking that this is the nicest way that this could go down. In another scenario, this is a money laundering scheme that's occurring across many different campaigns, and Kickstarter is housing these. Kickstarter could be liable for some pretty serious stuff. So you think they would kind of care to, actually have someone shut these down ASAP. Or better yet, maybe they have a screening process, allegedly, on Kickstarter. Maybe it would have been better to screen this before and get rid of these very obvious looking campaigns right off the bat. Because Kickstarter in the past has loved to just take down campaigns that for just any reason whatsoever. Someone just comes in there and is like, oh, this person is a bad person, said something on Twitter that you probably don't agree with. Oh, well, the campaign should come down. Insane. So, and yes, the beam pad, that is actually what I'm doing with my campaign. So I'm hoping that no one, obviously no one here that's watching right now is going to do this. I'm never going to Kickstarter. I'm flat out, I'm never going to Kickstarter. Even if they handle this eventually and take this down, they're entrusted with some pretty sensitive information. For not just the project creator, but the backers too. I can't tell the backers to go to this site and contribute and put their info through when this is what the security process looks like publicly. If that's what it looks like publicly, privately, it's always much worse. The security is always way worse when something like this is so bad publicly. And this is running rampant. There are so many campaigns right now on Kickstarter. I wish it was just mine. I wish it was just someone that had a gripe with me or didn't like me or whatever and wanted to kind of screw me over or something. But that's not what this is. This isn't someone that's targeting me on a personal level. I don't feel it is. This is someone that's seeing certain campaigns on Indiegogo, and you can't do this kind of thing on Indiegogo because of the fact that they charge you right away. See, the scam doesn't work the same way. And this is someone that is then replicating campaigns and putting them up on Kickstarter. And Kickstarter system is allowing this kind of fraud to be prevalent. The response, though, it's above my pay grade. Oh goodness. I guess they don't tell them in Kickstarter headquarters how to properly respond. So when it comes to this campaign, it is what it is at this point. Like I said, I'm not using Kickstarter. I used Kickstarter in the past, and then I haven't used Kickstarter since 2018. I've been using Indiegogo since, and I've been very happy using Indiegogo. And hopefully nothing like this happens on Indiegogo. But their system is different. You couldn't run the same kind of scam. You can set up a scam campaign, but it wouldn't be... It would really just be dead in the water because you can't run it the same way. All you're going to do is just funnel your own money into it. So it would be more of a straight up money laundering kind of a thing. But there's a massive paper trail to that, so it wouldn't make any sense. Now, here is the legitimate campaign. here is the King Cryptid campaign. Here is the only one that there is that's legitimate. And this is only on Indiegogo. And because of the fact that we had this campaign pop up on Kickstarter, I'm going to be running through over the next couple of days because I got nothing else to do, right? I got nothing else to do. I'm going to be running through and putting only on Indiegogo as kind of a watermark on all of the various imagery. So everything you see here is going to have that. So this way, if they do try stupidly to put up these fake campaigns that we do on Indiegogo, if they try to put them up on Kickstarter, hopefully any legitimate, potentially legitimate backer will see that and immediately go, this looks a little strange. And I'm going to do that for the alternate campaign too, and for the future. All of it is going to have in the corner somewhere over the image, opacity, make it low, and have that only on Indiegogo on all the imagery, and kind of make the scammer's life a little bit tougher. I recommend everybody else doing that too, because Kickstarter is, if they do something about it, they're certainly not going to do something fast. And even though the scammer is working on the weekend and I'm working on the weekend, Kickstarter apparently does not work on the weekend. And since this is a long weekend, and I think the scammer is probably targeting comic campaigns for this time of year too, knowing full well about San Diego Comic-Con, and that Kickstarter will probably not even be doing anything till Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Nice long weekend for those at the company that could actually do something about any of it. It's possibly enough time to have that run out and to have them actually get away with it. Which breaks my heart. If there's anyone legitimate, please, 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 always make sure to look at the created by and things like that. Do not back a campaign. We'll let you know. We'll put the links out there. We'll let you know if we're on Kickstarter, which honestly I will personally never be on Kickstarter at this point with the way that they've handled it. Goodness gracious, I can't imagine that. Basically saying it's not my job, but I'll let someone know. It's not my job to handle the fraud. I'm director of comics outreach and stuff, but like, someone else's job to handle that, man. Good grief. Or even let me know and give me an email. Give me the direct actual contact and say, hey, contact this person, send them an email, and I'll contact them too. And really take it seriously. If you don't give a crap about, my campaign, my property, whatever you want to call it, at least give a crap about the people that are backing it that might potentially fall victim to this scam, and that you want to shut that down as fast as possible. Treat it seriously, not just like oopsie daisy. And we'll find a way though. Don't worry about it. It doesn't have to, because like you'll see the images here and things like that. I can just extend it or shrink something or do whatever and just put at the bottom, only on Indiegogo. It'll be a slight eyesore in some ways, but well worth it when it comes to getting consumer confidence going for the campaign, and not having to lose any sleep about, well, if the scammer still wants to take this to Kickstarter, it's going to look really foolish when it's all over the place, only on Indiegogo. And I got that right here too. King Cryptid is only on Indiegogo. So it is what it is with this. But let me see. Let me give this a quick refresh, because we are very close to making Alterna Comics history and making King Cryptid the most backed Alterna Comics campaign ever on Indiegogo. We're at 773 right now. We are 2 backers away. 1 backer to tie, 2 to win. And I say it like it's a victory of some sort, but it's a fun little point of pride. But in some small way, it's a victory. It's a victory for all of us, because at 775, if you were a backer that pledged $50, and that includes shipping, That includes shipping. I'm including that. Now, if you're an international backer and you paid, like, let's say $20 for your perk, and then you paid $30 for your shipping, you're still going to get this bonus when we reach 775. It is a 1.5-inch silver-plated moon coin with King Cryptid, his profile there, drawn by me, and then he's in the front of the full moon. And it's a silver-plated coin. This is a bonus, a free automatic bonus if you've pledged $50 or more, and that includes shipping. So if you're in the US and you pledge $45 plus the $5 shipping, you got it. If you're an international backer, don't worry about you had to reach 50 before shipping. We got you covered. If you're at $50 or more, this is a bonus, automatically will be included with your perks. If you are nowhere close to $50 and you don't want to try to pledge and get other things as well, but you would still like to get the moon coin, you can do that. It's a $7 add-on option once we reach 775. So you could do that. And I'll also, honestly, I'll make it as a main perk too. So that's something that this campaign is going in demand tonight. So there's 5 hours left, and then we go in demand. It's at 27,227. Goodness, that's a lot of 2s and 7s. It's got to be a good sign. It kind of is like bragging rights, and it's something else for us to shoot for, to beat then the King Cryptid campaign. And then I'm going to totally shoot for the next King Cryptid campaign for issues. Either we'll do issues 5 to 9, or we'll do issues 5 to 8. I'm not sure yet if we'll do 4 or 5 issues. I got to see if different things work for certain artists. But I definitely want to make sure for next year's campaign, we want to beat that backer total as well. And even the amount of money raised, too, if we can help it. Let's see. Comics Legend says, when they shut down the Kickstarter campaign, they should be forced to send a link to the real campaign. Yeah, like it should redirect. It really should. It should redirect right to my actual real campaign on Indiegogo. Good grief. What a pain in the butt. For not just myself, but for so many other people. I see Michael Bancroft is here too. Hey, Mike, good video on what you have put up, highlighting all those campaigns. It's good to draw attention to that kind of stuff. This way people know what's legitimate and what's not. It's important to get the word out there about that because of the fact that we don't want anybody to give money to these scammer people who are clearly just trying to take advantage of everyone across the board and, rip them off. So, yeah, Metatron. Well, to some people in the industry, San Diego Comic-Con is a long weekend holiday, and it was something seeing the Kickstarter page with all of their little pats on the back. Meanwhile, they've got tons and tons of these horrible campaigns running rampant, and they're like, "Oh, aren't we the best? Aren't we the greatest?" So anyway, this Indiegogo campaign for King Cryptid is the only place to get King Cryptid. I was entertaining the idea for a couple of weeks about potentially down the line offering a very limited, small, just the issues 1 to 4 and nothing else on Kickstarter, just for anybody who wanted. I was like, just 5%, 10% of me was maybe I'll do that. I don't care. I don't care at this point. If you're someone that only wants to use Kickstarter, hopefully you'll consider using Indiegogo to get this book, and then if not, hopefully you'll consider getting it when it goes up on alternacomics.com. But I'm not taking this. I'm not taking anything to Kickstarter at this point. They've busted enough of everyone and put everybody through enough grief over the years. I don't care that some of those people are gone. Obviously, it is what it is. It's a company culture over there, and they definitely think certain things matter more to talk about those things and have performative bullshit. Talking about, oh, they're an ally of this or that or whatever. All this performative stuff. And then when the shit hits the fan, where are they? They're nowhere. And why would they be? These companies don't care. And that's to me the most frustrating thing about anyone that I see, that they'll see a certain company waving a flag, literally sometime, of who they support. They don't support you. They're doing that because they want your money. They want your money. Do people not understand that? This is what they're doing. They're saying, hey, look, we care about you. We're an ally. Whatever the hell that means. A big faceless nameless corporation person is an ally of yours, based on some superficial trait that you may have, and that we've determined you're marginalized, and we want to stand with you, in the hopes, of course, that you will give us buckets of money. That's all that means. They want your money. They're pandering to you based on all this bullshit, saying that they're on your side, that they care about you. Can people just, especially companies, big, large companies, can they just make good products? Can that just happen? Is that possible anymore? Just make something good and useful, and don't rip people off, and that's how people will support you. Is that a possible thing anymore? Or do people have to really just say, hey, if you're this X, Y, or Z type person, yeah, sure, I like you. Please buy my stuff. That's literally all that means. I don't know how people don't see that. And of course, I mean, I'm preaching to the choir here. All you guys see that and know of that. And there's tons of people out there that do know of that and can smell that kind of bullshit miles away. But to see so many people out there that fall for that, they just want your money. They don't give a shit about you. Oh, God. So when I see a company like Kickstarter that for so many years has been waving that flag and saying, well, if you're this kind of person and you're espousing, these hateful ideals or whatever it is that we have determined now is a hateful ideal, which most of the time isn't far from it. Like what I just said, that a business make a good product, run a good business, have good service for your customers, regardless of who they are. Don't discriminate at all. And discrimination is also when you show favoritism. Don't do any of that. Just regardless of who they are, you give great service. That's it. That would be considered hate speech. Saying that people should be judged by the value of their character and the content of therein, as opposed to something superficial and downright meaningless, and something you had no control over for the most part, right? That's more important. The superficial is important, not beneath, not who you are, is what you are. That's bigotry. That's racism. That's every evil that we have been told for forever is evil, because it is evil. But meanwhile, this is considered now. It drives me nuts. I was having this conversation the other day about King Cryptid, and about the fact that when I wanted to make my own series, I did not want to have a human being as the star, because I want people to focus on who they are and what they do, not what they look like, and judge them on that level and say, oh, I relate to them because they look like me. And maybe you look like King Cryptid, but he's not that bad looking, I guess, for a cryptid. He's a pretty big, tough guy, 7'2", 400 pounds. But this is now the push. This is the push in modern entertainment, in storytelling, in stuff that transcends. It doesn't matter who you are. You can relate to the story being told, what the character is going through. That's what King Cryptid's all about. King Cryptid's all about that. It's not about the nonsense. It's not about the superficial. Now, of course, you want to have something designed well. Of course, you want to have characters that are visually interesting. But I'm not saying you have to look like this character. This character is representative of you on a superficial level, so therefore it is representative of you on a deeper level. That is literally every facet of bigotry. To literally say, because you look like this, you must think and act and be like this. That's madness. That's hateful. to dismiss you as an individual is hateful. But yet platforms like Kickstarter have been pushing that for so long. And then when push comes to shove and it's like, hey, you care about people? Well, here's some people being affected. Here are some potential backers that are being affected. Here are creators being affected. Do you guys care? And it's silence. Silence from them. Or passive aggressiveness. It seems like it's either one or the other. Oh, good grief. Wow. Are we at 776? Holy smokes, we did it, guys. We did it. 776. King Cryptid is now the most backed alternate comics crowdfunding campaign in our history. Holy smokes. Thank you, guys. I'm ranting and raving over here, and I'm seeing numbers, and I'm like... exactly, Metatron. We got to reach 775. And then he put 776. And I'm thinking, okay, does that mean we're at 776? Holy smokes. Thank you guys so much. 778. Oh, man. Thank you guys. This book means the world to me. This is a series I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. And so when it's something that... when something like this comes along with, I see it being used to potentially scam people, to hurt people. I've said it before. I have no problem with artists out there, whoever, draw King Cryptid all day long. Sell your fan art. Show me. Let me know that you're selling it. I want to help promote the fact that you're selling it. If you've drawn King Cryptid or whatever and you're selling a piece, let me know. I love that. I love the fact, it's something I always love what Bob Ross had said about it putting a happy buck in your pocket. I love the fact that you are making money from a character that I've created. You're able to put, food on the table. You're able to buy something. You're able to take care of yourself, whatever it is, and someone else is going to enjoy that. I love that. That legitimate aspect of it, I love. What I don't love is the stuff that's happening right now with that fake Kickstarter, where it's 100% about hurting people and fooling them. I don't love that. I don't want my character, my creation, to be known with that kind of a thing. And that's the part that pisses me off. But I've got no problem at all with if you're an artist, if you're a creative person out there, and you think King Cryptid looks really cool, go for it. Draw them up, sell that drawing. I hope you make a ton of money on it. And if people really love it and you make a ton of money on it, let me know. Because if I really dig your style and how you drew King Cryptid, I want to hire you then for an issue or a cover or whatever it might be. But yeah, I hate the aspect of potentially someone using something I've created to hurt people or to take their hard-earned money away from them. I don't like that part at all. Let me give another refresh. I'm seeing you guys back in it. Holy smokes. I was going to end the show at 7:75, but you guys are coming in. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. But yeah, this character means a great deal to me. I'm going to be making these stories for the rest of my life. Every single year, we're going to put 4 to 5 issues out. The art already done for issue 2, 3, 4 needs to be colored, but the inks and the pencils are done. And then number 1 is like halfway done. So it's beautiful. Let me share something with you guys too. And also, this is a very affordable campaign. So if you want to get the featured perk, is $50, but you get the King Cryptid case. You also get 2 copies of each issue, 1 signed, 1 not signed, and you get 4 exclusive prints, 6x9 prints. They're on cardstock. And also, we've unlocked that moon coin now. So if everybody, if you've spent $50 or more, you're getting that moon coin. We're unlocking that. It's declassified. I gotta put that graphic on there too when I'm running around putting all the only on Indiegogo graphics. But something also to think about when you see these blank cover variants. If you're an artist, this is literally a way to make money on this campaign. Make money off of my campaign. So if you go to the build your own bundle, but it's also available as an add-on too. Let's go to check that out. Now you can scroll down to, yeah, okay, there it is. We have a bundle of 5 of them for $15. If you're an artist, draw King Cryptid on there, you can make a killing off of backing my campaign. So give that some thought too. And again, if you draw that, tag me in it. I want to spread the word. I don't care if the tweet is blatantly saying that you're trying to sell it. That's fine. I love seeing that. I love knowing that people are out there. They're loving the character. They're drawing them. They're putting in their work and their time and effort on that character, spreading the word about it, and that hopefully somebody else out there sees some value in that as well and wants to actually purchase that too. So yeah, definitely consider that if you're an artist. We're gonna have more mugs on the campaign. That's starting in like a week or so, and I'm also gonna put a pint glass up there. Some of you guys have been asking about pint glasses, so I'll do my best to honor those requests. We'll have a Live Free or Die pint glass with King Cryptid on there, and we'll have a mug with the Beware flyer, which is this one here. You can see a little bit of it. It's Beware of King Cryptid. It's basically, it says beware creature spotted in the White Mountains, and it lists King Cryptid facts and to watch out for him in the White Mountains of New Hampshire. So this is actually going to be a mug as well. And I'll have that up in about a week. I want to make sure the mug arrives first. Indeed, Red Centric, indeed. And thank you guys so much. I apologize for not highlighting everybody's comments tonight. I'm more just trying to address the situation and then also show you guys the campaign that's closing down soon. And no, Don, we won't. But you can do that. You know, Don, at this rate, if you don't put out a Queen Cryptid parody book, I'll be very disappointed in you. You've been hyping that up for like a year now. As long as I've been putting out King Cryptid, you've been hyping up Queen Cryptid. I expect that parody book, young man. But you know, if Keanu Reeves can get his own parody book, why the hell not King Cryptid, huh? Yeah, but thank you guys so much for your support. A couple things before I go. The spring campaign is almost done with fulfillment. I got about 4 more perks to pack up, and then that's it. And I also wanted to share some artwork right here with you. This is page 7. This is a part of page 7 from King Cryptid number 1. It is National Moth Week. So what better way to celebrate than to share an image of the behemoth? This is drawn by Christian Rossi. Christian is just a talented dude. Such a good dude, too. So there it is. He's a 9-foot tall moth man. The behemoth is basically is a genetic experiment derived from the DNA of that legendary cryptid, the Mothman. Used to be a human being. Something that he tells King Cryptid, I thought they would make me better, but they turned me into a monster. So this guy's been through some stuff. But here's this wonderful image here by Christian Rossi. And before I show you guys the next thing, see, Mighty Joe asks, here's a question. Since the SCAMPAIGN lifted all the picks and perks for Indiegogo, do any of the picks show an Alterna logo? You could use that as leverage with KS to take down the campaign. I would imagine so. Let me do a quick fly through on my campaign here. Yeah, all the Alterna books. All the Alterna books have Alterna logos in the corner. So yeah, 100%. I let them know. I wrote that to them and everything. That I'm the owner, founder, publisher of Alterna Comics, and I'm the creator of King Cryptid. And I have a campaign, the legitimate campaign going on right now on Indiegogo. I gave them the link to it and everything. And I was like, this one right here is not authorized by me, and it is a fraudulent campaign. It needs to come down immediately. So, like I said, that was on Friday. Haven't heard back from them whatsoever since. We'll see how long it takes. Either way, I'm done with Kickstarter. If anybody else wants to back on Kickstarter or put their projects there, it is what it is. But I'm done. I'm not doing anything on Kickstarter. My mind was a little bit like, I don't know, maybe give them a shot. There's a couple people who said, hey, if you put something on Kickstarter, I'll back it. I just prefer to back there. And I was thinking about it. And at this point, no. If you prefer to back there, that's great. You know, you can continue to back there, but we're not going to be on there. I'm not going there. I'm done. Indiegogo for me until Indiegogo ends up doing the same kind of awful type stuff, and then we'll just do something on our own site. So there's always different ways to do it. Always different ways. Now, this is the last thing I want to share with you guys. This one's a lot of fun. This one's a lot of fun. This is a short box. And this is a King Cryptid short box with an attached lid. Now, this would be the same cardboard thickness as if you have a BCW short box, anything like that. It's an 1/8 inch thick cardboard. And it'll house about 125, 150 comics, something like that. I'm getting the sample in about a week or two. I'm hoping it's great. I know it'll look great. It's the same company making the collector case for King Cryptid. I want to make sure it's sturdy. I want to make sure it'll actually hold the comics. I want to make sure the cardboard is actually thicker. And if as long as everything is good with that, I'm going to list this on the campaign. Depending, I might have to look again. It'll be $30 to $35 with $10 shipping. I got to get a whole other box to ship this in. It's going to come pre-assembled. So that would be on the campaign if the box looks great, if it's sturdy, if it's good to go. Printed on the outside, printed on the underneath as well will be the King Cryptid logo and some legal info. And then on the inside it won't be printed. If this works out, I would love to do this with a lot of the Alterna characters as well and talk to a lot of the creators and see what they want to do. I'd love to get a Blood Realm box going, a Horace Hoover box. We could do all kinds of great stuff. There's a Wolf and Batsy box. Oh, good grief. We have amazing characters at Alterna, and it would be a beautiful, beautiful short box to make. And just, yeah, it'd be so much fun. I've been looking into this for a while. I've been trying to keep it on the down low. Finally got it able to work. I had to talk to the company directly and say, look, I would like it on a thicker cardboard, though. What's the thickest cardboard that we could do? Because I want to make sure it's sturdy, and that it doesn't just, you know, it can't hold a certain amount, because then we got to make a smaller box and it won't be the same dimension. So they said, okay, we can do this kind of cardboard. And I think I measured it, and that's literally the exact same kind of cardboard with every other short box. So, hell yeah. I would love it. I would love it. Kier says, love that box. Oh, yeah, it's amazing, man. Good to see your art on a short box. I can't wait to see it in person. Don Chin, thank you so much. Cryptid Zoo Interactive says, oh, man, that's awesome. Yeah, I seriously, when this arrives, I was really looking forward to collector case, the King Cryptid collector case arriving. This, I'm looking forward to this even more. Christian is doing real great work. And I seriously, I can't wait to work with him again in the future. Everybody, Nick Hunter, Kier, Alex, you guys, the best experience I've had making comics in 16 years I've had with this team that's currently on King Cryptid. Jaded One says, wow, that is the coolest comic box ever, Pete. That's a good idea. Haven't seen custom comic boxes before. Yeah, and this won't be like a, and thank you, and this won't be a traditional kind of short box where it has that separate lid. The lid will be attached. So just as you see it, opens and closes like that. And it won't have the handles on the side. So it will be technically more of like a box. But it's 15 inches long with the width is 7 inches, and then it's 11 inches tall. So it's pretty much the exact same dimensions of a short box without the separate lid on top. But yeah, I can't wait till it gets here. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate it. Shadowhawk, thank you too. Yeah, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Don says, I'll include a red and white KFC box with Queen Cryptid, complete with grease stains. I'm sure the backers will love that, Don. Is that on your bucket list? But anyway, it won't be too bad. It won't be too bad. So I do have to get separate types of boxes to make sure that they fit that properly. But it'll be very similar to when we sold short boxes before on both the Alterna site when I used to do a portrait drawing on the side of a regular short box, and then we had Because You Demanded It. We had that as well. Vindex, yes, we're going in demand tonight. And thank you, BeamPad. Appreciate it. So currently, right now, the King Cryptid campaign. I'm happy to share that with you guys. I hope I can be able to actually put that short box out there on the campaign. King Cryptid campaign at 779 backers. Every single backer that comes on board right now is making Alterna Comics history. Every single backer is adding to that epic historical total. I'd love to get to 1,000. We have not had a campaign even come close to that 4-digit backer mark. I'd love to get to that. Thank you guys for making all this possible. Best readers in the world. Thank you guys. Man, oh man, I can't wait to get this book in your hands. Thank you so much for your support on this campaign. Thank you guys for your support over the years. You guys are literally the reason that we can do what we do. And it means the world to all of us here. So on behalf of everybody at Alterna Comics, thank you guys for reading and supporting our books. On behalf of the entire King Cryptid creative team of myself, Christian Rossi, Nick Hunter, Alex Jovich, and Kier Covington, thank you guys so much for your support on this campaign. We are going in demand. 4 hours left on this. Every backer that, and that's right, brother, 1,000 plus. Every single backer that comes on board is creating history. Creating Alterna Comics history right here. And we have unlocked the silver-plated moon coin. I'm going to put that declassified artwork up there tomorrow, and along with all the watermarks for only on Indiegogo. Because Kickstarter, I don't have all the faith in the world of them taking care of that campaign, but I want to make sure that we got it plastered all over the place, that this is only on Indiegogo. King Cryptid is not going to Kickstarter. Once it's done on Indiegogo, it'll go to Alterna Comics on the pre-order campaigns, and then it'll eventually go to our website. So keep that in mind too. It's not going to go from this campaign to the backers, then to the website. It's going to go this campaign to the backers, then months and months later, go to the Alterna Comics pre-orders, one issue at a time. And then, after those backers get it, it's going to go on alternacomics.com. So if you're waiting for it to go on alternacomics.com, you'd rather get it there, you're probably looking at almost a 1.5 to a 2-year wait. I recommend, of course, get it through this campaign. Backers get it first. So thank you guys so much. Hey, Dojo Kun, what's up? Dan, thank you so much for backing. Appreciate that. Jared, can't wait for the blanks to show up so I could do some sketches on them. Absolutely. Make that money. Put a happy buck in your pocket. Thank you so much, man. Jaded One says, thank you, Pete and Alterna, for giving us good entertainment. It's our pleasure to do so. For me, it is my purpose to do this with my life, to entertain through the wonderful medium of comic books and tell some great stories that hopefully we all have fun with them. And at the end of the day, if they manage to impact people's lives in some positive kind of way, all the better. But that is the purpose of my life. And thank you guys for allowing me to have that purpose. So anyway, King Cryptid, we are now making history. Every single backer, thank you guys so much for taking us there tonight. This campaign goes in demand. And that's about it from me. Whatever happens with Kickstarter, they can't take this away from us. So thank you guys, and hope you all have a great night. Really appreciate all you guys for coming out here tonight, listening to me, and backing this campaign and giving it your support. All the best, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday night, and have a great Monday. Take it easy.